come join us here at the Cabaret. That's the Ray Stevens Cabaret and Showroom right here in West Nashville. We're easy to find at the Charlotte Avenue exit off I-40 West. It's the place in Nashville for a special entertainment and dining experience. There's great food, all your favorite wines and mixed drinks, a fun piano bar where you can sing along and dance. And there's the Ray Stevens Show, where I'll sing all my biggest hits with Nashville's best musicians and singers. So whether it's a special date night, entertaining friends and family, or you're just coming out to sing along in the piano bar, whatever your reason, the Cabaret is a fun place to enjoy a full night of entertainment. And the parking is free. So come see me, Ray Stevens, at the Cabaret. Call 615-327-4630 or go to RayStevensCabaret.com. Make your plans now.
From the Ray Stevens Studios in the heart of Music Row in Music City, USA, it's Ray Stevens Cabaret Nashville.
My heart keeps going back to Nashville. That's the only place for me. My love is waiting there in Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee.
With Ray's guests, Charlie McCoy, Lori Stegner, and the A-Team. And now, don't look, Ethel. Here we go again, Ray Stevens.
I want to sing you a song now that was inspired by a work by Mark Twain. Many, many years ago, when I was 23, I was married to a widow. She was pretty as can be. Now, this widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her. Soon they too were wed. Now, this made my dad my son-in-law. Really changed my life. For now, my daughter was my mother, because she was my father's wife. And to complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. Yeah, and then my little baby became a brother-in-law to Dad. And so became my uncle. Made me kind of sad, because if he were my uncle, that would also make him brother to the widow's grown-up daughter, who was, of course, my stepmother. My father's wife then had a son, kept them on the run. Yeah, and he became my grandchild, because he was my daughter's son. My wife is now my mother's mother, and that makes me blue, because even though she is my wife, she's my grandmother too, I think. Yeah. Now, if my wife is my grandmother, then I'm her grandchild. Every time I think of it, nearly drives me wild, 'cause now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband of my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Think about it. I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Think about incest. Wow. Thank you. Ray Stevens here, and I'm really with the digital music program. Oh yeah, you can get Ray Stevens' product on all the major platforms: Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, YouTube, and many others. So why don't you get with the program too and get you some Ray Stevens on your smartphone, or just ask that little black box on the counter. She knows where to find all the Ray Stevens product. Hey Alexandria, No, Alabama. What is that girl's name?
Alexa, play songs by Ray Stevens on Spotify.
Ray Stevens from Spotify.
Nashville cats play Plains Country Water. Nashville cats play Wilds Mountain Dew. Nashville cats been playing since they's babies. Nashville cats get work before they're two. And you know, there are a lot of awards that get handed out in the music business. Gold and platinum record sales awards, Grammys, Hall of Fame inductions. I've received some of those awards, but the one that means the most to me by far is being recognized as a Nashville Cat. Now, Nashville Cats are musicians who have played on a significant number of sessions over the years and have distinguished themselves as a peer among the best musicians in the world. And our next guest is a multi-talented Nashville Cat who could have won that title for any number of different instruments, but he is without a doubt the most recorded and the most recognized harmonica player in our business. Ladies and gentlemen, Country Music Hall of Famer Charlie McCoy.
Great.
Well, you're still the fastest lip in town. That's for sure. Listen, man, you know, we've done a lot of sessions together back in the old days, and the sessions have kind of fallen off, haven't they, Charlie?
Well,
a little bit. There's still a lot of sessions here, but
yeah.
A lot of the musicians who have become famous in the studios here in Nashville are traveling a lot these days and doing personal appearances all over the world. Have you been to Europe lately?
Well, I was in Europe a year and a half ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought you went over there just every year.
I usually go every year. This past year I went to Japan instead.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, you can get good sushi over there, I understand.
I don't much care for sushi, but they're a great audience and they love country music.
Well, that's good to hear. You know, I've played I've not been to Japan. I played Europe a few times, and I played Wembley, and been to Australia several times. That's on the way to Japan, you know.
I'd love to go to Australia. Never have been.
Oh, you know, well, next time I go, I'll call you. We'll go and have a big time. Meanwhile, since you've been to Europe a whole lot more than me, do you think they'd know who I am over there?
I think they would in Northern Europe, where everyone speaks English.
That's where I'd have to play, is England and England.
Scandinavia, Holland.
Oh, they speak English in
Yes,
Scandinavia? Oh, well, all right. Well, I got to, you know, speaking of the sessions we used to do, you and I played on a session for Elvis once, I remember. And in your introduction, I remembered that, I remember I said that you might remember, I said Charlie plays a lot of instruments. And I play a few instruments besides the piano, and we were hired to do whatever needed doing on an Elvis session once, and they wanted to cut a song with twin trumpets. You remember that?
That's right.
The kind of the Mexican Tijuana brass sound. And so Felton, the producer, said, well, we'll have to call some trumpet players, and Charlie and I both spoke up and said, wait a minute, hold it. We can handle it for you. And we both went out to our cars. At that time, both our cars were crammed full of all kinds of different instruments. And we brought the trumpets in and played it. And it sounded good enough for Elvis.
Yeah, and hey, whenever we played trumpets, Herb Alpert would run and hide.
Well, you know, that's a long story. We'll go into it another time. But I have so many great memories of being in the studio with this man right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Country Music Hall of Famer Charlie McCoy. Hey, Steve, why don't you guys do your thing? You got something you can play for us?
Why don't we do a little bit of the old Sugarfoot Rag?
Perfect. Fantastic. And that was written by the great guitar player Hank Garland, whose nickname, by the way, was actually Sugarfoot, right?
That's right.
Hi, this is Ray Stevens with some great news. My Cabaret gift shop has gone digital. You no longer have to drive to Tennessee to see all the stuff we have for you to enjoy and buy. Take your time and take a nice long look around at all the ball caps, t-shirts, monkeys and squirrels. We have keychains, cups, mouse pads, and books, CDs, DVDs, and so much more. Everything we have in the gift shop is now available to you here online. So fill up that shopping cart. Now, this next song is my remake of a big hit made famous by a pop singer of the 40s and 50s. And I get to do it with my good friends Laurie Stegner as my singing partner and Shad Cobb on the fiddle. But here's our old professor to tell you even more about it. Now comes Professor Cusick. That's Cusick. Rhymes with music. When it comes to music, Professor Cusick is the one who's in the know. Yeah.
Now, class, the songs in the movie Singing in the Rain were written by Arthur Freed and Nacio Herb Brown. They also wrote a comedy song for Red Engel and the Natural Seven, but the female singer didn't show up for the session. Jo Stafford was the top female singer of that day, and Red ran into her in the hallway at the studio and asked her if she'd like to do a comedy song. She said yes, but she recorded it under the name Cinderella G. Stump. Ain't it amazing the things you can learn in the Encyclopedia of Recorded Comedy Music?
Rosin the ball, and here we go.
Oh, tell me, will you, darling, why you look so bad tonight? These bags around your eyeballs, which is red instead of white.
Well, it were this way. You came when I was alone. Shucks, I should have known that you was temptation. You smiled and lured me on. My heart's plumb gone, 'cause you was temptation. It'd be thrilling if you're willing, but if it never can be, then pity for me, for you was just born to be kissed. I couldn't resist, 'cause you was temptation, and I was yours.
Well, as the apple tempted Adam, as the serpent tempted Eve, as a mud hole tempts a mosquito, darling.
That's how you tempted me.
As corn liquor tempts a drunkard, as sorghum tempts a leaf, as a willow tree tempts a caterpillar, darling.
That's how you tempted me. You came when I was alone. Shucks, I should have known that you was temptation. You smiled and lured me on. My heart is plumb gone, 'cause you was temptation. It'd be thrilling if you're willing, but if it never can be, then pity for me, for you was just born to be kissed. I couldn't resist, 'cause you was temptation, and I was yours. Here's my heart, take it away. Yeah, take it away and say that we will never, never, never part. I'm just a slave, just a bad bird slave.
Just a bad bird slave.
I'm gonna whip you, 'cause you're temptation, and I'm a red hot flame.
Hot cinder.
For you.
Laurie Stegner, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You know, I guess I'm a little famous for writing and singing comedy songs. And a lot of comedy songs get written here in Nashville. And to make sure that I don't steal an idea from another writer or write a song that's already been written, I keep a list of comedy songs that have already been written here in my pocket. And here's a good one I wish I had written. If you don't believe I love you, darling, just ask my wife. Okay, I think Willie wrote that one. Here's another one that says, I'm so miserable since you've been gone, it's almost like having you here. Roger Miller wrote one of my favorites. If I can't be your number one, then number two on you. But I heard a good one the other day, written by a congressman. And he said in the song, the verses, "Don't tell my mama I'm a member of Congress working on the Ways and Means. She still thinks I play the piano in a cat house in New Orleans." Oh, it's that time again. I need to dance with somebody. Now, who is that going to be? I think this lady right here is... I knew I could count on.
This program was recorded before a live audience in the Ray Stevens Studios in Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA. This is Bill Cody saying, y'all come back now, you hear?
Come join us here at the Cabaret. That's the Ray Stevens Cabaret and Showroom right here in West Nashville. We're easy to find at the Charlotte Avenue exit off I-40 West. It's the place in Nashville for a special entertainment and dining experience. There's great food, all your favorite wines and mixed drinks, a fun piano bar where you can sing along and dance. And there's the Ray Stevens Show, where I'll sing all my biggest hits with Nashville's best musicians and singers. So whether it's a special date night, entertaining friends and family, or you're just coming out to sing along in the piano bar, whatever your reason, the Cabaret is a fun place to enjoy a full night of entertainment. And the parking is free. So come see me, Ray Stevens, at the Cabaret. Call 615-327-4630 or go to RayStevensCabaret.com. Make your plans now.